How to reverse pre-diabetes naturally without medication. What if I told you that the most dangerous stage of diabetes is the one where you still feel fine? No hospital visits, no insulin injections, no dramatic symptoms. Just a quiet sentence from your doctor. Your blood sugar is a little high. Pre-diabetes doesn't announce itself with chaos. It advances silently. Blood vessels begin to stiffen, inflammation simmers, the pancreas works overtime, insulin rises higher and higher just to keep your glucose barely under control. And yet, this is the moment of greatest power, because prediabetes is not permanent damage, it is metabolic imbalance, and imbalance can be corrected. To reverse it, you must understand what your body is actually doing. Every time you eat carbohydrates, your digestive system breaks them down into glucose. That glucose enters your bloodstream. In response, your pancreas releases insulin, a hormone that acts like a key, unlocking your cells so glucose can enter and be used for energy. But when glucose arrives too frequently, sugary drinks, white bread, processed snacks, constant grazing, insulin must be released again and again and again. Over time, your cells begin to resist insulin's signal. This is called insulin resistance. The pancreas compensates by producing even more insulin. Blood sugar begins creeping upward. Fat storage increases, especially around the abdomen. Energy crashes become more frequent, cravings intensify. This is the metabolic storm beneath prediabetes. The solution is not starvation, it is not punishment, it is not fear. It is restoring insulin sensitivity. The first and most powerful intervention is stabilizing blood sugar through food quality. Highly refined carbohydrates digest rapidly and spike glucose sharply. When blood sugar spikes fast, insulin must spike fast. That repeated surge drives resistance. Shift toward foods that digest slowly and provide fiber. Leafy greens, broccoli, zucchini, lentils, chickpeas, beans, nuts, seeds, whole fruits instead of juice, lean proteins like eggs, fish, poultry, healthy fats such as olive oil and avocado. Fiber forms a gel-like structure in the gut that slows glucose absorption. Protein stimulates satiety hormones and reduces overeating. Healthy fats reduce post-meal glucose spikes by slowing gastric emptying. Within days of removing refined sugar and ultra-processed foods, many people see measurable improvements in fasting glucose. The second intervention is meal structure and timing. Modern eating patterns keep insulin elevated nearly all day. Coffee with sugar, mid-morning snack, lunch, afternoon snack, dinner, dessert, late-night bites. Insulin never gets to rest. By creating structured meals and eliminating unnecessary snacking, you allow insulin levels to fall between meals. An overnight fasting window of 12 to 14 hours, for example, finishing dinner at 7 p.m. and eating breakfast at 9 a.m., can significantly improve insulin sensitivity over time. This is not extreme fasting, it is metabolic breathing space. When insulin falls, the body regains access to stored fat. Fat burning resumes. Blood sugar stabilizes. The third intervention is muscle activation. Muscle tissue is metabolically active. It acts as a reservoir for glucose in the form of glycogen. The more muscle you have, the more efficiently your body can store and use glucose. Even more powerful, when you contract your muscles, they absorb glucose independent of insulin. This means a 10 to 20-minute walk after meals can significantly blunt blood sugar spikes. Resistance training amplifies this effect. 3 sessions a week of strength training, even body weight exercises like squats, push-ups, lunges, increases muscle mass and improves insulin sensitivity. You are literally transforming your body into a better glucose processing machine. Sleep is another critical pillar. Just 1 week of sleeping 5 to 6 hours per night can reduce insulin sensitivity by up to 20 to 30% in healthy individuals. Sleep deprivation raises cortisol and increases ghrelin, the hunger hormone, while decreasing leptin, the satiety hormone. You crave sugar when you're tired because your biology is dysregulated. 7 to 9 hours of consistent quality sleep restores hormonal balance, improves glucose tolerance, and reduces cravings. Excellence is equally powerful. When you experience stress, your brain signals the adrenal glands to release cortisol. Cortisol instructs the liver to release glucose into the bloodstream, preparing you to run or fight. But in modern life, stress is psychological, not physical. Emails, bills, traffic, social comparison. The glucose released is rarely burned, it lingers. Chronic stress equals chronically elevated blood sugar. Deep breathing exercises, prayer, meditation, journaling, nature exposure, these practices lower cortisol and directly improve metabolic regulation. Even modest weight loss dramatically changes outcomes. Research shows that losing just 5 to 10% of body weight can reduce progression from pre-diabetes to type 2 diabetes by more than 50% in high-risk individuals. But the goal is not crash dieting. Rapid weight loss without muscle preservation can worsen metabolic health. Sustainable fat loss through balanced nutrition and resistance training is the objective. Hydration supports glucose balance as well. The kidneys help filter excess glucose from the blood. Adequate water intake supports this process. Replacing sugary beverages with water or unsweetened tea can eliminate hundreds of grams of weekly sugar intake. Circadian rhythm plays a hidden role. Your body is naturally more insulin sensitive earlier in the day. Large late-night meals impair glucose control more than identical meals eaten earlier. Aligning meals with daylight, larger meals earlier, lighter meals at night, supports metabolic function. Morning sunlight exposure strengthens circadian signaling, which regulates hormones involved in glucose metabolism. There is no miracle supplement that overrides poor habits. Certain nutrients, magnesium, omega-3 fatty acids, soluble fiber, may provide supportive benefits, especially in deficient individuals. But supplements cannot compensate for chronic overconsumption of refined carbohydrates or sleep deprivation. Pre-diabetes did not develop overnight. It developed through repeated patterns, and patterns can be changed. The body is remarkably adaptive. Reduce insulin demand and insulin sensitivity improves. Increase muscle mass and glucose handling improves. Improve sleep and hormonal signaling recalibrates. This is not about perfection, it is about direction. One balanced meal, one evening walk, one earlier bedtime, one day without sugary drinks. These choices accumulate. Pre-diabetes is a warning, but it is also an opportunity. It is your body giving you time before irreversible damage sets in. You are not powerless. You are not genetically doomed. You are not broken. Your pancreas is overworked, not failing. Your cells are resistant, not destroyed. Change the environment, and the biology follows. The path back to metabolic health is not dramatic. It is deliberate. And if you start now, truly start, your blood sugar can normalize, your energy can stabilize, your cravings can fade, and the silent progression towards disease can stop. Not with medication, not with fear, but with informed, consistent, biologically aligned action. Your body is waiting for you to give it the chance.